What's up? I'm gonna sit you guys down for a second while I plug in my phone. Ah! Darn. I have to unplug my lights. Okay, let's see. Oh! Oh. Did not realize that leg was cut around my chair. I'm like, why isn't my laptop moving? I can't move my laptop back. That is why. Hi, JJ. We'll just plugging you guys in. Get everything pulled up before. Oh, let me go ahead. How am I? Do not disturb. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the comments and then I'll get you guys set up. Must you chew that right when I begin to stream? Why do you do this? Why do you do this, Puppo? How are you doing, JJ? Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to go chew that in the kitchen because I'm not. I don't think I can concentrate with you doing that. Hi. Hello. Hello. Sorry. Gotta get my. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's gonna have to stop. I can't. But yes, thank you. That's so sweet. I appreciate that. Appreciate any positive comments because I do get quite a few negative ones with certain opinions I have. I'm doing fine and dandy. How about you? I am doing. I'm still not over Athena going to school. I'm still having some difficulty with that. Okay, come on. Let's go take your phone. Let's take it in here. Come on. There you go. There you go. Let's do it there. Good girl. But I mean, like, aside from that, I guess I'm doing okay. It's just kind of hard. It's just kind of hard. But I'm glad you're doing fine and dandy. Well, then go eat it in there. She's like, why is my bowl not in here? You just left me moved it. I just researched her reaction of the Pike scene. I'm still not over it. I try to not go back and watch certain. Sometimes I'll go back and watch reactions, including my own, which I know sounds kind of weird, but just to get like, how do I phrase it? Like, if there's a certain specific thing happening, and I feel like I can get a good feel of like what emotions were like at that point, that might help me with like setting of current episodes. I'll go back and watch. But that's one that's kind of hard. But I have went back and watched my own, and of course I have to watch it when I edit, so yeah. It used to be super, super, super awkward and weird, or like felt weird, to watch myself react, but or just like watch myself on camera or like listen to my voice. But I guess with doing so many videos, you kind of grow out of it. So that's nice. Because it really did used to be like painful. Used to be super painful. Okay, we're good. We're good. You guys can see my Walker banner. It's huge. It literally goes from, well, you can see like the ceiling right here. It's just not on the molding. All the way down to the molding on the bottom. It's massive. It's so huge. I think it's 7 foot, somewhere around that. It's big. It's big. I wish, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to set up, what in the actual heck? Oh, it's a moth. I thought it was a B at first, and I was about to nope out of here. I'm not about that life. Some bees I'm allergic to more than others. So if that was about to be a hornet, yeah. No, not about that life. I'd have to take some Benadryl. Probably stop streaming. Not fun. Not fun. And they leave like bad scars on me for some reason. Like some of the scars that you see on my arms are like bee stings. It's crazy. Been playing Road to Survival lately? Absolutely not. I uninstalled about 2 weeks ago, and I heard about Lee dropping, and I want to go make a video on him, but I'm unclear on if he's still in beta or if he's in main region now. You look different without your glasses. I know. Okay, I've had my glasses since February, and now looking back at pictures of myself without glasses, I look so weird. Like, does this look like me? Because it doesn't look like me to me. This looks like me. I feel like I look better with glasses. Okay, let's see. Are you gonna play Road to Survival again? I'm considering maybe, but I don't know if it's for me anymore, if that makes sense. Like, I kind of feel like I outgrew it. To be at a level where I was happy, I had to spend absolutely all of my time on it. And I feel like I can do more constructive things with my time. And I also feel that, like, while it was enjoyable at the time, it's not really enjoyable for me anymore. And, like, there's just a limit with what I can do, if that makes sense. I believe Lee Tune is now in regular. Okay, Lee Tune is now in regular service, I believe. So I might reinstall just to. I will literally ascend to all of my Lees, and I have like 6. Oh, hi! Oh my goodness, hi! Oh, I'm so happy you're here. You finally made it to alive. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Hi. Anyone who has glasses looks better with them on. You think? You think? Man. There are 4 new ascendables: Shield Lee, Alert Magna, Dual Strong Specialist Michonne, and Alert Sheldon. So I'm going to assume that the Lee and Magna are free to play, and I know that, I think they were in, oh man, I'm going to be so wrong, like Survival Road Depot. And if that's the case, I have like 900,000 markers. So I could get a Magna, maybe, unless it costs like $1 million. And then Dual Strong Specialist Michonne and Alert Sheldon, they're definitely, that's too many characters to be free. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not about that. Just at least not for the moment. I'm so happy you finally made it to alive. I've been watching, I don't comment all the time because often the moth is just like sliding down. It can't get traction. Oh no, I forgot what I was saying. No, in Fear, I can't always comment because a lot of times when I'm watching, especially longer videos, not so much short videos, I'm watching them while I'm doing something. So yeah, I don't always comment, but rest assured, I am watching all of them. Because I'm excited. Oh, Missy's. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I need to get this fixed for Athena. 3 more seasons to come. Bless you. Well, thank you. Seasons? Unpopular opinion, I guess. Seasons 3 and 5 are my favorite. You're okay. You're fine. 3 and 5 are my favorite. And my favorite characters. See, I don't necessarily count Morgan because I don't think that's fair because he's automatically my favorite. but Strand is my favorite. And I know I told you that. Oh my god. No, babe. So Strand's my favorite, and there are some other characters you haven't met yet that are my favorite. And I love all the originals, but that's, I guess, all I can say. What doggo do you have? I love doggos. Rosa, come here. Come here. Come here. You want to say hi? Come here. Come here. Do you want to say hi? Oh, you're getting to be big lug. Oh. Oh. I got this Dalmatian. Look at yourself. Who's that? Who's that puppo? Oh, did you just see yourself for the first time? Who's that puppo? Who's that puppo? This is Rosa. She's a Dalmatian. She's going to be a big lug, so it's kind of awkward to hold her. Oh my god. Unless I'm on like a tiny chair right now. Unless I'm on the couch, it's not very comfortable for either of us. No, puppo. No, puppo. I've been rewatching The Walking Dead. I'm sorry to say this, Mama, but I love Daryl. The development of his character through the seasons has made me like him even more. No! I always say, that's fine. That's you guys. I've said this so many times, like, seriously, decorate your house in Daryl wallpaper. I've seen people have, like, huge shrines dedicated to I really don't care. It's all about preference. It's what you like. And if you like him, if he makes you happy, then that's really all that matters. That's like truly, really all that matters. Like, it doesn't matter of my opinion. And of course you can still come here and I'm still going to love you. I love everyone. As long as you guys are respectful, because oh my goodness. Especially with this current season of Fear, if I took the hate of Morgan seriously, I feel like I would be dead. So yeah, please don't take it personal, because it's not personal. It's just not what I'm into. And I mean, if you see the characters that I'm into, it should be pretty obvious as to why I'm not a fan. Yeah, Strand, Daniel, and Nick are some of my top favorites, and Travis just made the list, especially after 204 and your dog is... Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love Strand and Daniel. Nick is kind of for me, but not really my type of... I like Strand. I like King Ezekiel. I clearly have like an up and out type. So yeah. So those two, love them. Travis, I think Travis is a good character. I think that Travis is a character that's kind of like how do I phrase it? Like, he really doesn't get it at first, but I think that it's a level of, like, he doesn't know what is happening in the world, and I think that it's acceptable, if that makes sense. So, I don't, like, hate him or anything, but it's one of those, like, just not my favorite, if that makes sense. Honestly, you're different. Well, thank you. I mean, really, if anything, if you love Daryl, just, like, come to laugh at me. Like, please. I don't care. I love to watch people that have dislikes of, like, my favorite characters, because I think it's really enjoyable and fun. And I like to see different opinions, too, so it maybe, like, opens up a door to something maybe I didn't think of before. That happens quite a bit, because I do have such, like, a different like, of characters. 214. Yeah, the back half of 2B is crazy. I think 1001 is a semi-boring episode. The best part I was saying, Eugene, Naruto run. Yeah. I think a lot of people thought that. 6-star showed Conrad. I don't know. I haven't been in game. In a while. Yeah. See, I think for me it was... Okay, to be fair, I want to start by saying that premieres can only be so exciting if certain things are happening. Like 501, 701, if like a big event is happening, then it's going to be like full of woes. But if it's just a normal premiere, they're not going to give away all the information. Girl, no. Hon, it's not happening. I took you out just before now, and I know you just want to go out and lick the ground like a weirdo. I gave you a bone though, so have a good time with that. So there's only so much excitement and so much things that can happen in a premiere episode. I'm so sorry for her, guys. She's acting crazy. And I think that part of it was that there were title cards. So it's like you could clearly see like two characters get a substantial amount of time more than everyone else. And it wasn't really building. And it was kind of just, in my opinion, watching two characters, any two characters, aside from like Judith and RJ, seriously, any two characters in any universe ever, make friendship bracelets. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And also, for those that don't know, if you look at the table read, when Norman Reedus read that, he said, "What the fuck? What am I what is this?" So he felt the exact same way as I did. So, I mean, but yeah, I mean, there's only so much, so you kind of have to fluff it up. But I felt like there was more characters, and some of that time could have been consolidated down. I thought the Eugene part was funny. I liked the satellite part was pretty cool. I think that maybe I would have been a little bit more excited if I hadn't have already thought about satellites, if that makes sense. Like, if I had never even thought of the concept of satellites falling during the apocalypse, then I would have been like, oh my gosh, dude, this is so awesome, amazing, I love it. But with, oh no. Okay, no comment. With a certain thing that happens, in Fear, it made me really think about some things. So, I'll just leave it at that. But I think that would have been more excited if I had not already thought about something. It did throw me at first. I sat there for a minute and was like, am I watching Walking Dead? wait, what happened? What is this? But yeah, I just think it was too like fluffed. I think it was cool, but too much fluff. It didn't get me like really hyped for anything. Especially, I know that the ending hyped for a lot of people, but it didn't really hype for me because Carol's not going to die. So her plot armor is like 9 miles thick. So it's not like she's going anywhere. So it's not like I was like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen next? Because, I mean, it's not going to be her death. It's going to be somebody else's death. Probably because of what she did, so. And 10:02, I was sitting on the edge of my seat the whole episode. I love villains, and I love the Whisperers. I think they're so incredibly fascinating. And, okay, I love villains so much. And somebody, you know what? Somebody commented something on that video. And it was, I pinned it because I really loved it. Okay. No, where's my pinned? Ah, okay, here we go. They said, I just want to say how much I appreciate another villain lover, especially one who gets the same level of appreciation and excitement over their backstory. I always tell people when they make fun of me for liking the bad guys, it's not my fault for the fact usually they have the best backstories and are usually more relatable. So I love that comment because, I mean, I get the same amount of hate for liking bad guys just because I think that they're so interesting. But for the most part, a good guy can kind of only have so much range before they end up in kind of like an anti-hero or like more complex category. But they mostly have like good stuff going on about them, and I said this in the reasons why I didn't like Daryl, that when you have a good guy, they do good guy things. And if they do bad guy things, you're like, come on, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? Even if you forgive them later, in the moment, you're like, what? But bad guys, if bad guys do bad guy things, they're supposed to do bad guy things because they're bad guys. And then if they do good guy things, you're like, what? Like this past episode with Alpha just like hugging the girl, you're sitting there like, what? At least I was. I was just like so shocked about that. So they do tend to have like cooler backstories. I mean, some good guys have cool backstories, but even like I have a King Ezekiel cutout, and I adore King Ezekiel, and the origin of like him and Shiva and like talking about it was cool. But I would still actually rather watch the episode with the Whisperers about like where they came from because they're just they're wild, they're insane. Let me move you guys for a second. Oh no. Wait. Okay. Yeah, I feel yeah. I did enjoy the satellite aspect of it. It felt unique. Hopefully Eugene can do something with it. And I'm glad we got another Whisperer back. So yes, it was just so much fun. And I was thinking about this, and it was because I for those that don't know, I am a contributor for Fansided for Undead Walking. So I write articles, and one of the questions for like a little panel article was what kind of technology do you think Eugene can get from the satellite? And I was thinking that it would be cool. Obviously, a lot of people are thinking communications, like farther range, that type of thing. But I think that it would also be kind of cool because some satellites have like Doppler light gear on them, if maybe they could make something to predict what the weather is going to be. I think that that would just be kind of a cool little thing that could happen. But I think Elena gives you one. Yeah, see, I was so excited when I thought we were going to see Beta Space, but the way they did it, I'm not mad. Like, I'm not mad at it. At first, I thought I would be mad because that's like the one thing I really wanted from this episode. But like seeing her like peel up his mask and then like chuckle was so, I don't even know how to put it. That was so weirdly cool. I was down. I was super down. I want Maggie back. I'm interested to see what she's like because I really liked earlier Maggie, but I didn't like her in like the last season. I didn't hate her, but she wasn't my favorite. She kind of went from like here to kind of like here a little bit. So I'm curious to see Herschel Jr., of course, and what she's like when she gets back because I feel like she's going to have a lot of knowledge. Hi! It's been a while. It's been a long while. But this next episode, it looks good. Has the potential to be very good. I'm curious about what is going to happen. I'd love to have an episode on how she is doing with little Glenn, little Herschel Reed Jr. Peggy gonna come home and find Jesus, Eden, and Tara all dead, also Negan roaming free. Well, see, they have been writing letters, so wouldn't they tell her? Wouldn't they tell her what happened in the letters? I'm intrigued. And he's not free per se. He is under watch picking tomatoes. That's why, no, that's what 95% of people think. So, I don't know. I would just assume, I would be like, hey, all these people died. Poor Hilltop. I feel so bad for Hilltop. But it's Kingtop now. Kingtop. But yeah, I would like to have a little, because she's been gone so long, it would be nice to have a backstory. It would be super nice to have a backstory with her and the little one. But would they do that? Because would that mean information about CRM that we don't know? Like, is that telling us too much? If she did go with them and they are part of CRM, like, how does that work? Team Kingdom. Team Kingdom. Yes, I'm Team Kingdom. I'm like so hardcore Team Kingdom, but I'm really kind of Team Whisper right now. Have you seen Joker? What are your thoughts on it? Kind of off topic. I'll be real, I have not seen it, and I haven't seen like any of them. I can't give you spoilers because I don't even know anything about them. So I don't even watch superhero stuff. Like, just keeping it real. There's not enough bad guys. The good guy like always comes out on top. So I'm not like a huge fan of that genre. You gonna watch Zombieland? Yes, I'm definitely gonna watch Zombieland too. 100%. 100%. But like, I don't even know the names of these. One of the more recent ones, or maybe it wasn't, when like a lot of people died. I like that Marvel movie because I thought it was more realistic about what would happen. Okay, let me move this back over because I need to make sure I'm watching the clock so I can pick up my kiddo. Oh, thank you, YouTube, for notifying me that I am live. Infinity War. Yes. Is Endgame the last one that happened? If Endgame is the last one, which kind of you would think with Endgame, but I don't know. Not that one, but the one before it. Which I literally just watched like 2 weeks ago, by the way. I literally just watched it. Me and my husband. We're both not really... Or not into that genre. I mean, there are some films that I really like from the universe. Like, hold on, let me think. I haven't seen a lot, so please don't judge me. I'm so sorry. I really liked Black Panther. I really like... Please don't, like, crucify me if I'm thinking about, like, wrong universes or something. I'm just speaking, like, overall. Logan... I think that's what I watched. I really, really liked that one. Oh, man, there was one more that I really liked. I can't remember the name of it. I don't know. Thor Ragnarok is the best movie, Marvel movie, hands up. I remember watching that and enjoying it, and I think Thor is cool, but it's also good. Guardians of the Galaxy! That one. That's the one. I really like that one. Endgame was the last of the saga. There's some more movies coming. We're in phase 4. Spider-Man was in the last movie of phase 3. Now, I did enjoy... Is it Spider-Verse that has Zendaya? I did find that enjoyable. But it still wasn't... Yeah, it came to me, and when it came to me, I just had to blurt it out. Oh, it's you with the kitty face again. Hello, kitty face. Sorry, Reagan. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's kind of it. I'm not a big Captain America fan. Spider-Man Far From Home, that's the name. Oh, okay, yeah, I like that one. That one was pretty cool. The one with Zendaya. Okay, yeah. I like that one. That one was neat. Yes, it's me. It's you. It's Kitty. Hello, Kitty. Yeah. And man, I can't recall any other names. So I mean, that should show you how much I enjoy them. I did have an appreciation for Iron Man. Whenever they showed him having a panic attack. I have seen Iron Man movies. I thought that was pretty cool that they showed that. But I'm not like a huge Iron Man fan per se. And, like, if I'm thinking of like superhero movies, I'm more inclined to like the villain. What about Daredevil, the TV? I haven't seen it. If it's a TV show and it's like superhero based, I haven't seen it. You can ask me all day, and I know for a fact I have not seen any. I'm gonna get into that universe soonish. I have someone that's helping me with the order of how I should watch some certain things so I don't get confused. But that's going to be after I finish Into the Badlands and after I finish Stranger Things, which is coming next week. It's the 18th. It's a Friday. And the 21st, Athena doesn't have school. So there's no school that day. But the rest of the week, I'll be doing other reactions. So I think likely the first thing that I'm going to go with is Into the Badlands. And because that is what Patreon wants currently. And I have had several people ask me if I'm going to continue. Because I wasn't a huge fan of it to start with, because some of the ideas in it are a little bit too much for me. But I'm going to tough it out and watch it all. And mainly because it has an ending, so. It has an ending, so I'll just watch all of it and be good. And I'm only 2 to 3 episodes into each of those. I'm only 2 to 3 episodes into each of those, so no spoils, please. I'm going to try to start Stranger Things next week. I'm on fall break so I can catch up. Ooh, sounds good. Man, you've been cranking out those fear reactions, so thank you. It's like every time I look at my phone, you've uploaded another one, and it's so enjoyable. I'm just having such a fun time watching you in your fear journey. It's going to be awesome. Sorry, just watching the clock here. I'm telling you, I'm into it now. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I really love fear, and I know people like really bag on the last 2 seasons because they are so different, but I think that it was a needed change. I won't go too far into that unless you guys want to talk about it. And I don't want to spoil too much for you, for sure. But 3 and 5 are my favorite, and I do like Fear more than The Walking Dead. So, I mean, that should tell you something. But I would just say keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. I like that even if I don't like all of the characters get time. Whereas The Walking Dead is more like, here are like 2 characters, and there's kind of some other ones. I've returned. Hello, you are back. It honestly is best I thought. Well, I did message you when you started, and I said, like, you got to keep an open mind going into it. We're seeing these people day one. It is not going to be the same, and then people in different professions. The sheriff is not going to react the same way as the guidance counselor. Like, there are a lot of, like, gray areas. And I wouldn't say that, like, you're certainly not following a Rick and crew type group. They're definitely more on the anti-hero side. They're not villains. Maybe one of them. One of them that I don't like is kind of a villain. But it's really not bad. It's not The Walking Dead. It's not supposed to be The Walking Dead, though. So, I like being able to, and it looks like the next series is also the same. It looks like when you just open it up and watch that they have 3 totally different feels, and you should know what it is by turning it on. Without even having to see the characters, just knowing, like, the feel, you should know. I'm not confident enough to upload my reactions. I'm too over the top. No, you should! You totally should. GB there. Spooptober Day 18. I'm in transit, so I can't say, but have an amazing stream. Aw, thank you. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. GB, so happy you're here. But Reagan, yeah, upload them. Do it. Yeah, that was my major flaw. I kept comparing it to the main show, but I really appreciate it for what it is. Yeah, it's definitely different. Has a totally different feel. There's just a lot. There's a lot going on with it. I'm over the top. Yeah, I mean, reactions are kind of over the top. When is the Walking Dead movie going to come out with Andrew Lincoln? Yeah, it's definitely confirmed. It's coming out next year. Plus I'm only like 16, so my emotions are all. I mean, aren't everyone's? Appears too inconsistent, in my opinion. I think that it just now is so much different, but I do like the direction, and it's definitely more. I don't want to use any like negative terms when talking about The Walking Dead. But I feel like The Walking Dead is too show pony, like look at me. And Fear, you have to actually think about what is going on. And I think that for the most part, and this is not bad, this is definitely not saying anything negative to people that do this, because I used to do it before I was a reactor. If you're not like really sitting down and paying attention to every episode and every detail, especially in these last 2 seasons, um, you're not going to get it. And I've seen people like on Twitter, and I've seen people write things, and they're like, this doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. When did this happen? When did this happen? And I'm like, well, this happened in this episode. This happened in this episode. This is how you explain this, and this is how you explain this. But if you're just watching to watch it like for entertainment, and you're not keyed in on every single little thing that's happening, then yeah, it's going to be difficult. But I think that being a reactor is kind of a leg up on that, because if you don't notice something, you're going to have it like 50 times in your comment section. It's just going to be like all over the place. Like, you missed this, you missed this, you missed this. Like, especially with the CRM thing, I had no clue what the 3 circles meant. I'm like, what? What is that? And someone was like, how did you not know what this is? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I had to delete a lot of comments, which I'm not deleting comments anymore, but I deleted them at the time because I was like, Jesus Christ. Is it that serious? Here in the United Kingdom episodes come out on Monday. Yeah, I lived in Japan when I first started watching The Walking Dead, so I was in that same boat. I watched on Monday. Normally, I react to it the first time, watch it the second time off camera because I miss so many small details. Yeah, that's what I do. Now that I have Premiere, I watch on Friday for my reaction. I write down some initial notes because I write now. And I might watch it one time again before the live viewing if I have time. But if I don't, I mean, we obviously have to watch it back when we edit, so we pick up on other small things that we might not have the first time. And then I watch it and live tweet, and then when it comes out live, of course. And then the second viewing, I just sit and write down like every single little thing. Like every single little thing I see. Plus me reacting with other people because I don't know what that means. But I mean, there are reactors in all different like countries and languages, and even in the compilations, people are put in that speak a different language. So, I mean, go for it. If anything, yeah, I don't know that accent. I'm so sorry, but if anything, if you're different, I think that that's a positive. You're always going to get negative comments, so that's an unfortunate down. But you might open some people up for, like, oh my gosh, you're like me, or like, you sound like me. Like, I see that a lot on reactors that speak totally different languages. They're like, oh my gosh, finally, like, someone who speaks French that does reactions. This is so cool. I'm so happy about it. It's just, like, a different thing for me since I don't like Daryl. A lot of people come to my reactions because they also don't like him. Or they'll come to my reactions because they really like villains and like everybody else hates villains. And maybe yourself like, yeah, that's definitely the key. That is 100% the key. If you are yourself and you are enjoying yourself, then people are going to enjoy watching you. But if you're not enjoying it and you're like not into it, then I think people can kind of tell and you kind of drop off. I've seen that happen with people, especially recently. If you're not enjoying the thing that you're making content on, it really shows. So be yourself and have fun, and you'll have a fun time. And just ignore the people that give hate comments. Like the people every episode that comment on my mirror because there's a glare. I've addressed it so many times because people are like, you need to turn off your ceiling fan or ceiling light and turn on a lamp. And when I turn on a lamp, it creates shadows to the point where you can't see me. So you have to deal with a small glare. And to be fair, I also see the glare. So I hate to stick you guys with the glare, but I'm also stuck with the glare, which is unfortunate. But if you want to see me react, that's kind of how it has to be. Unfortunate. Definitely unfortunate. Which I will not have that problem with my new shows, because I'm going to be doing them during the day. And unless it's dark and cloudy outside, which, I mean, today is pretty bright outside. I have that light on, but that's about it. The rest, I have like natural skylight in my house. I have like 2 skylights in the kitchen, one over on the side where the living room is, so I won't even have to have a light on during my daytime ones. People write hate comments, just waste their own time. Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I don't like Daryl. So it's not like I can get away from people that do like him. But if I see it on my timeline, because a lot of times people bash me not because of the fact that I don't like a character, but the characters that I do like. But why would you bash someone for something that they enjoy? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I would never go on a Daryl fan's Twitter or YouTube or anything and like call them trash. I think that's just super uncalled for. I might react to 10. Do it! Might do it. Do it. People are entitled to their own opinions. Yeah, they are entitled to their own opinions. And I think that if people just come to a channel like more respectfully, then they would be heard better. So, for example, like with the way that my reactions look, I've taken on some constructive criticism that's like, hey, maybe you should move your mirror here, you should do this, maybe you should try this. And when I got to the new house, things were a lot better. And I would definitely take constructive criticism, but if you come to my video and you say, wow, your video looks like shit, I hate you, unsub, I don't know what I did. So likely I'm going to ignore you. But if you come and say like, hey, I can't really see like the right half of your face. If you could you turn your body so that I can see your face a little bit better? I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. 100%. 100% not an issue. But if you're just like, you look like shit, then, I mean, yeah. Thank you for answering all these. Aw, thank you. I don't think I am, but thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, look at that. The Walking Dead opening minutes to season 10, episode 3 just came out. I didn't write down any notes this week because I've kind of just been in panic mode. I remember the comments when you reacted to Beta and Daryl was just uncalled for. I don't even know how to delete comments, but I was for sure gonna. I'll make you. Actually, I can do that right now. Hold on, because you're awesome. Here, I think now you can delete comments from my videos if you want to. Yeah, just comment again. You'll see that you'll have a little moderator wrench. But yeah, I got death threats. That was fun. Such great comments on that video. No problem. Yeah, I got let me see. Let me see if I can find, because I'm gonna read these out, and some of these are a lot, so what world? Ah, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go. This is from the video of the Daryl and Beta fight because I cheered for Beta. I don't understand why this is like, why this would be something that people would even question, because I openly talked about loving Beta and him being one of my favorite comic characters like year before like him even coming into the show, or like probably more than that. So it shouldn't have been a shock for people that I was cheering for Beta when I don't like Daryl. But nonetheless, here are some comments. Daryl is the best fucking character on this show, and you hate him. What a fucking idiot, rooting for a villain like Beta, and you call yourself a mother. Just kill yourself now and give that poor kid a shot at life. There's one of them. All the comments are just so nice, though, because I posted this on Twitter. Oh yeah, I had people adding me, supporting me too, because because they were reading comments and they were like, what? Let's see. And if you go to a lot of the compilations, they're like, can we just kill the girl that doesn't like Daryl? Can that dumb bitch just die? Wow, some ugly skank doesn't like Daryl. What a shock. She's probably a lesbian. I got comments like that. Okay, I found it. Here's, Suck my dick, you hillbilly-looking ass, inbred incest fuck. Please kill the one who wants Daryl to die. Those are fun. I think that's all I posted on, And then people, coming out, let's see. What do you mean? Oh, okay, yeah, I can just go in my... Yeah, they were insane. But it's funny because it's like I would never go to somebody who likes Daryl's channel and say the same thing. I just wouldn't. It doesn't make any sense. Like, who cares that much to like want someone to die over a character? Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. And I commented some of these, which I wouldn't comment back, like, at all anymore. But this person said, I think it's kind of annoying how y'all are acting so cool and edgy because you rooted for a villain. Yeah, Beta's super badass, but there's no reason to hate on Daryl. A fight's a fight, and Beta lost. Just my opinion. And I said, I think it's kind of annoying how people think I just have to like Daryl. I don't like him, and I never have, and I never plan on it. I mostly always prefer anti-heroes and villains to good guys, but very clearly I can like good guys as well. In case you cannot see, I have like this, and this for King. But I just happen to find Daryl to be a bad character. Just my opinion. Some people thought it was just hilarious. Like, a fair amount of my comments are because I said, "What are you, Beth?" Because he stabbed Beta with, like, the tiniest knife in, like, the same area that Beth stabbed the officer, and then an elevator shaft, and I was like, "Are you Beth now? What's happening?" Yeah, so many, "What are you, Beth?" LOL. And then there were people that came because they really like Beta and they came to support. There are some people that came just to say, like, Daryl's my favorite and I love Daryl, and I didn't know that you didn't like him, but I respect that and I thought that your reaction was really funny. And then somebody said, "So many butthurt Daryl fans," and I'm also a Daryl fan. I don't get it. Let's see. And then some people trying to, like, explain to me why Daryl's great, and I'm like, I've watched the show. I just don't like. And they were, like, saying things that I didn't like. It's just not for me. Yeah, this comment I got a fair amount. This person said, "Oh my gosh, I loved your reaction to the fight. I don't know why you don't like Daryl. Or I know you don't like Daryl. Not sure why. And he's one of my favorites. But I have to say, I enjoyed seeing Daryl get tossed around like a rag doll and scared shitless. He needs to get the fear of God into him because he's a bit too big for his britches at this point, and I think there's way too much concentration on Connie. I think she's going to get piped." I think so many people said that. And then a lot of people, I had so many people support me though. So there were people that, oh wait, hold on. I think this is the person that I pinned on another one. I want to see what they said. Oh, it was another nice comment. Okay, so they've commented a while with, like, super nice comments. That's sweet. I think some people just can't. Oh, people who cheer for Beta, you people are just not normal. But a lot of people found me because of this that also don't like Daryl. And so they were like, "Wow, I really love your channel. I literally thought I was the only human alive that hates Daryl." So I thought that was pretty cool. Because it's always nice, like I said, it's always, like, super nice to find people that, like, you know, you have stuff in common with. Where? What in the world? Oh, okay, there you guys are. Oh, something's in my eye. Okay, thank you. Beta, he the 10-foot beast. True. It's tragic how you get a lot of controversy over one character. Like, we all have that one. Like, we all don't have to like that certain character. I think that it would be. Would it not be super boring if every single reactor had the exact same opinions? Like, I love watching people with other opinions because I think that it's really fascinating to see, like, why people like certain things. And, you know, if you bring family members into an insult for a TV show, then you're just incredibly sad. Yeah, that's how I have to think about it, because I have better things to do with my time than, like, seek out someone. And a lot of these people that, like, insulted me on this video repeatedly come back to insult me. So, you know, they have, like, my notifications on and they're subscribed to me just to come to dislike and hate my reactions. So I mean, you know, what can you do? But it's definitely sad. It's definitely sad on their part because I'm just over here enjoying myself and they have to, like, consistently come and be negative. So what are they really doing, you know? Sorry for the foul language, but honestly, no, it's fine. I just use so much. I think it was a reaction comment, not Skybound, when people reacted to the fight, but it's not there anymore. I don't blame him for deleting because the comments were just... Yeah, there was a few... Girlie, you're not getting back there to the kitties. There were a few people that included me in their compilations for that fight. And if you Google... Not Google, but go in like the YouTube search bar and type in that episode compilation, and you find the ones that I'm in, which a lot of times I'll be in the tag. So if you type in the episode and then mom and dad, girl, no, go chew on your bone. Not happening. You're fine. Come on. It's not happening, girl. Happening, girly. But yeah, a lot of them were deleting the negative comments about me because they were a bit like... There were some really, really bad ones that I won't talk about, but a lot of the super, super bad ones weren't on my channel. They were on the reaction comp channel and not Skybound's. Skybound had a couple, but I think that Skybound deleted them. Like, hate comments about me. Hello and happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Honestly, watching Beta grow and make noises till the walker is gonna... Right? It's so crazy, but it's so strange. I love it. As somebody who used to hate Daryl, especially season 7, 8, I understand your dislike for him. So I remember yelling at my TV when he punched me. I think most people did. Girl, no, you're not. You're not going back there. You can sit right here with me. You can sit here with me, but you're not going back there. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not going back there. Yeah, I did do like a really big hour-long like podcast type video with Jack from Group of Gamers, and I explained like every single reason why I didn't like Daryl. But I think that it's important to... I'll just say it in this video too. I never liked him, like, from the start. You guys see how I look. I look very alternative, and back in the day, like high school and stuff, I looked even more so. I was young. That even more so. And I live in a very country place. Or I lived in a much more country place than I moved out of that area, but still in the same state. So these people are not kind. These people are much like Merle. So they will call you out for any difference that you have and treat you like garbage. Girl, no. They will treat you so bad. So when he came on screen to begin with, kicking the walker, calling it all kinds of names, calling the people all kinds of names, throwing squirrels, a lot of people found that to be like super comical. And I get that because Jack, who I talked to, he said that like in the first couple seasons, he took Daryl to be comic relief. I get that. But when I see his character come out, I'm like, I could just walk out and see some like arrogant rednecks like this. You know what I mean? These are people that literally consistently made fun of me my entire life for being happy with who I am. So I didn't like this character from the start because of how I grew up and how he acted to start with. Like, that's not a character that I like. And plus you have to take into account, like I said, I like characters like Strand and King Ezekiel and like big up and out. Like, oh my god, Crowley Stan from Supernatural. So much. I adore Crowley. Like, probably the one character that I actually 100% stan. I will say that I'm a Crowley stan. They're like all big up and out. That's not Daryl. That's not who he is. And especially in these last few seasons, he's just consistently went against every single plan the group had. Treated other people that were with the plan bad. And so, like, I can see how someone, if you like the character, can forgive that. That's totally fine. Characters have flaws. And you can like a character through flaws. I adore Morgan. He has, like, literally so many flaws. But that's also a character that I like from the start. So I can't, like, forgive and forget, if that makes sense, for a character that I never liked to begin with. I was happy he was a prisoner for a while. He deserved it for Glenn. Well... that's why I love your channel, because you're different from the majority. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Oh my goodness. It's like so kind. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I want to be myself, and there was a time, like, especially around the whole beta fight thing, that I considered stopping. Girl, you're not going back to the cats. I'm so sorry. It's not happening. But I don't think it would be fair to the people that actually do enjoy it, if that makes sense. Because I feel like it's just a character, but it gives a lot of people confidence to be who they are. I don't understand all the Daryl love, if I'm being honest. He's done some dope things, but he's just mad in general. Seeing him roll around season 10 would be yeah. So true. Wait, hold on. Let me go ahead and give her some food. Oh. What the heck? How did you get this door locked, girl? Girlie, you need to like chill out with this door because I don't have a key and I have to use a credit card and this can be complicated. Here, let me give you a bowl of food. But yeah, I think that a fair amount can come from like the actor. Like why people like certain characters. Like when Ryan Hurst stars in anything, I'm more inclined to like his character. When like Lenny James is in anything, I'm definitely inclined to like his character. So I never understood why Daryl was so popular. He was okay-ish the first few seasons, but around season 4 I kind of got bored and tired of him. There was like, I think it was around that season 4 time when like I went from like dislike to like eh, but then it got to the point where I was like, nah, no. Especially when he killed Morales, I was sitting there like, oh my god. I've said this so many times, but I will say it again. I had a panel in Walker Soccer Con Atlanta like 2 years ago, whenever they announced the crossover, and my panel was about the crossover, and I had like cards on cards on. You can go back and look at my channel and find live stream of that. But I had like cards on cards on cards of why it was Morales and all the points why it would be like awesome. And I was obsessed with this theory and made so many videos about it. And then he literally came, like I did the panel and then like I want to say like 2 weeks later he came back to The Walking Dead and Daryl killed him. And if my daughter, like she was super small at that time, and my husband was on a work trip and we didn't have like cable to where we could like pause, so I had to watch it with her because she was awake. If she had not been awake, I would have went off. Like that would have been the one reaction, because as soon as I heard his voice, I had done like so much research on like the actor and the character and everything. I knew exactly who it was. Like no hesitation. I was like, oh my god, like this isn't happening. Oh my god, I want to go. Oh, that was just, oh my, that's. He definitely deserved it. A Merle and Alpha conversation would have been, oh my god, yeah, that would be hilarious. An Abraham and Alpha conversation would be hilarious too. I remember being in high school and everyone was walking around with "If Daryl dies, we riot" T-shirts, and he was like a legitimate icon. Like, damn chill, man. I don't know. I see it so much, and I think that. And I know that this doesn't apply for everyone, but I think for a certain portion, like looks are one of the only factors. And when you like a character for a more surface reason, you see a lot, you can get more defensive, because when people point out flaws and you don't want to point out flaws, yeah. Abraham and Negan would have been a thing. Yes! Oh my goodness. I've been saying, like, I would love to see Sarah, which you haven't met yet, from Fear, and Abraham have a conversation. They would have been hilarious. Like, they would have been, like, Now that would have been a power couple. I would have I would have loved to see those two together. Singing jokes and bashing skulls. True. Now, what I am looking forward to, Beta and Negan, since Beta and Negan are actually going to meet. Let me just say, I think I've said that phrase. Let me just say about 10 times on this stream. I might love Ryan Hurst and I might love Beta, but I don't think anybody loves and cherishes Beta as much as Ryan Hurst. And he has put so much, like, just listening to him talk, seeing his tweets, seeing him on Talking Dead, he really is into Beta. Like, he really enjoys playing this character. Like, this, he's had so much input. He helped put together the costume. He's had say in, like, certain things that have happened in the episodes. And he, like, oh my god. I know that a lot of people on this show are passionate about their characters, but I see it so outwardly with Ryan. Like, he really enjoys this character. And on Talking Dead, someone asked, like, if Beta and Negan were, like, stuck in an elevator, would they be friends or would they be foes? And Ryan said, like, oh my god, he's too loud. Like, no, foes for sure. And that's one of the things that that Beta says. He said, you're not amusing, you're too loud, and you need to be silenced. Oh my god, I know, like, just with how much passion that Ryan has for this character, that they're, like, oh my gosh, those two meeting is actually going to live up to the hype. Like, he would not let that just, like, go down. You know what I mean? Like, I know that that's going to be fantastic. So I'm so excited. I can't wait. I hope it's soon. I can't wait for Beta and Negan to meet. It's going to be so great. Can you imagine Abraham and Beta? Oh my god, that would be hilarious. I would love to see that too. I love Negan with a passion. Negan is so interesting. He's like a super favorite of mine, but he is my character type to like, and I do like him. I think he's cool. But Beta and Negan, the loudest of the loud, the mouthiest of the mouthiest characters, versus someone so hardcore whisperer. Like, oh my god, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm like geeking out. I'm geeking out just thinking about it. Jesus was my favorite character. Such a shame. Why'd you have to remind me? Yeah, I think as far as like shocked goes, as far as reactions that I've done, I think that was my most shocked. I think I just sat there for like 10 minutes going. That's probably my thumbnail too, because I remember just like losing it as soon as I saw that like shawl thing that the walker had on whenever like Jesus was heading to it. I think I said something to the tune of like, oh my gosh, not that one, or like not that walker or something, because I broke down the trailer so many times that I recognized that, and I was like, oh my god, no. I can just imagine Negan walking up to Beta with a kappa. Yes. Oh my gosh, that would definitely be him. That would definitely be him. That would be hilarious. Because you know, Negan, like, he does things to get under your skin. That's like who he is, which is why I think he's so hilarious to watch. But yeah, oh my god, those two are gonna be great together. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. By great, I mean like horrible, but in a fantastic way. It's like, oh my god, their comic panels are legitimately some of my favorite. Like, I was so, like, disheartened at the beginning of this season when I saw, like, how, like, sneak peeks and certain stuff was, like, portraying certain things. And I was like, man, if this season is, like, only gonna be about, like, one or two people and, like, these other people aren't gonna have a chance, like, have these iconic moments, I'm gonna be, like, so upset. But seeing how much Ryan put into Beta, I can't see it going anything other than, like, amazing. I remember when Jesus died, I was more confused than anything because I didn't think he was actually dead. Well, when he was stabbed and like I shrieked, but I think that the reason, well, I stayed in this position because I was like shocked and horrified, but I was also like, is he dead? Is he okay? Like, what's going on? But it's like he was like dead instantaneously. Man. He went out like a G though. I knew it was over the moment he said I got. You know, isn't that like the calling card of horror movies? I got this. You definitely don't got this. I'm back, and we're talking about Ryan. Yes! Ryan Hurst. If Negan dies, I'm going to be so upset. I mean, I'll be upset, but I can't say that I didn't see it coming. Because the show is going in such a different direction. You know. But I would love for... As much as I love the comics, there are certain things that the TV show does better. For the Whisperers, for example, I adore the comic Whisperers, but the TV Whisperers I feel would like beat the brakes off of the comic Whisperers. So I think that's like definitely done better. I think they could definitely do the Negan and Beta thing better if they just like please make it great. Please make it great. But I wouldn't be opposed to you're gonna call me petty for this. I wouldn't be opposed to King Ezekiel killing Alpha, but I do kind of prefer it be Negan. So Negan isn't safe, but he might be around for a good while. Yeah, like, he's definitely, if he dies, I might be shocked of, like, how he goes out, but, like, big picture, I wouldn't be shocked. But if he's around for a while, I can also kind of see it. He's neither here nor there. I think at this point, the only people that would be shocked if they killed off is Carol and Daryl. Like, everybody else is just, up for grabs, but those people aren't. Just a 5-minute clip of Negan staring at how huge wow, you're huge. Just talking to him, would be great. I'm gonna go order food. Oh, bye. Have a good time. I love talking to you. I think that, let me go onto Fansided and see what articles have came out, if any of the panel ones have came out. Okay, yeah, a couple of them did. So, we were asked, how should Alpha punish the border crossers? And I said, let's be honest, these are the biggest and baddest villains that we've had so far, so I'll speak as if I was a Whisperer. If Alpha was my leader, I would honestly already have some underlying issues with her because she went against her own rules by calling her daughter by her real name and then going back to Hilltop to get her. And these people knowingly crossed the Whisper border, so I would want her to go for blood with absolutely no holding back. I would want all-out war, no pun intended, and I think that's what we're going to see unfold. That was one of them. The one that I really want isn't out yet. And then the next one was when will Negan join the fight? And I said, I think that the time is closer than it appears, honestly. They're already getting extremely paranoid. And the Whisperers have trumped anything that Negan and the Saviors did by quite a number. And also, Negan has always been very upfront with everything he was about to do. I'm going to bash a head in. Anyone moves and someone will pay. I'm going to take half your stuff. And with the Whisperers, you never have any clue what they're going to do. So if a herd is released or a war is started, he's definitely going to be a soldier for sure. I mean, you can call Negan a lot of things. He's, like, not a good guy, like, overall. He's kind of a douche, let's be real. But he's an honest douche. So, but yeah. And plus we have the scenes with him and Aaron in the next episode, so Negan and Aaron this episode, interesting. Yes. Negan gives me yeah, I can see that. Negan definitely does give Deadpool vibes, for sure. But yeah, Negan and Aaron in this episode, interesting team up. I know that Aaron, with his current mindset, is not gonna like this. He puts on his mace hand, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm interested. I don't know, because there is a lot going on in this episode. It seems to be Carol-centric. Could be wrong there. But with, like, the synopsis and everything, seems to be more based with her. I don't know if this is going to happen, but if they need fighters and are pressed for some reason, and Negan is out with Eren. I didn't see Beta in the lineup with Alpha. So maybe if Beta is trying to like infiltrate, maybe they can meet this episode? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Now that you brought it up, he does. Yeah, he actually does. I never thought about that. Deadpool. I have seen Deadpool. I do like Deadpool. But I think now you're getting a picture of the characters that I like. Because Deadpool's not a normal superhero. So, yeah, I definitely, yeah, Deadpool vibes for sure. For sure. I never even thought about that. I can't believe that hasn't been a thing that people have, like, compared before. Is this my, oh no, it's my normal, it's not my normal notebook. Darn. Sarcastic characters are, they are. Sarcastic characters are just like, I love Crowley! I love him so much. At this point, Alpha's worse than Negan. They gotta just let him out. And you're right about Beta. About no Beta. Oh, yeah! No Beta there. So is this how they're gonna meet? Since we are gonna see them meet, how is this possible? But if it's not in this one, like, say that they team up Negan and Eren, and, like, maybe they show, like, a little of them, like, fighting something, but it's not, like, really in on this episode. Maybe it could be the next episode. Now, I haven't, like, really fully went through the trailer and stopped at every single little point. I do that sometimes to see if there's no beta at all, but I haven't seen a no beta, so, especially in apocalyptic shows. Apocalyptic shows are just my jam. I love apocalyptic shows. They're great. I forgot when you order food, you have to wait for it. So guys, what? I'm back, boys. Well, hello. Yeah, I hate that whole waiting part when it comes to food. The whole waiting bit. But yeah. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be great. I kind of just want to skip this episode and go to the next one. I just want to see them meet. I know this one is definitely going to be interesting because Carol is losing it. And I'm wondering, here's what I'm wondering about this. If Carol's losing it, we know that, like, Daryl has a proclivity for doing, like, irrational things. Is she gonna, she's always so, like, secretive about certain things. Again, like, not the character type that I'm fond of. But with her being, like, kind of loopy, what is gonna happen when they come face to face? Like, is she gonna try and do something to Alpha? And does Alpha know that Henry was hers and Ezekiel's? Which I'm kind of assuming yes, because King Ezekiel ushered her around the kingdom. So maybe at some point they talked about it. But if that's the case, and that's the setup, and Carol's, like, out of her mind, what is Alpha gonna say to Carol? Because she's out, Carol, this is Alpha. She is out of her mind right now. But she's always out of her mind and knows how to use it. So is she gonna say some, like, really messed up stuff? And, like, what's that gonna cause? Because Alpha would be the one to do it. You know what I mean? Like, and if that happens, and she says some messed up stuff, guys, please don't expect me to feel bad for Carol. I want to see it happen, like, so bad. I want to see it. So I'm probably going to be like, oh no. Like, I'm probably going to be like that. But I'm going to find it amusing. When Carol talked to Daryl about them going and leaving, I was tipped. You were tipped? What does that mean? They should go and leave the show together and have their own spinoff. And then I don't have to watch the spinoff and I can just watch this show. I'm just kidding. Probably so. Like everybody up in the trailer. It looks like she's seeing Henry. Yeah. Well, it looks like she's seeing Henry and that. Let me read the synopsis. Let me bring up a synopsis here. It's called Ghost, so, In one of the sneak peeks, you can hear Henry say, "Mom." So it says, the threat of the Whisperer's return leads to paranoia sweeping over Alexandria. In the meantime, Carol battles with the need for revenge. Girl! What is up? So it's called Ghost. And we do see the Henry in the trailer with, like, the throat thing. And we heard him in a sneak peek. And we saw her taking pills, too. So she could be super, super out of it. So I think a lot of stuff could happen. But I think I'm gonna bring her out. So I'm gonna hop off here, and plus I gotta get ready and pick up my kiddo soon. So I get to pick up my kiddo. I'm so happy. Like every time I wait in line for her now, I'm just like, I can't wait to see her. I miss her. I miss her being here with me from our streams. But it was so nice to talk to you guys. This was a lot of fun. I don't know exactly when my streaming is gonna be from now on. But it's definitely not going to be at 2 anymore because I have to pick her up. I have to leave at 2:30, so I gotta take her out. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for talking. This was a lot of fun. Message me if you have anything you want me to make a video on or, like, talk about. This has been... It was so much fun having you. I enjoyed you being here. But, yeah. Thank you guys so much. And like I always say, think positive thoughts and some positive vibes. Bye, guys.